Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, we're going to work a little bit more on footwork. Alright, so the last time, the main principle that I covered for you guys was there's a front, there's a middle, and there's a back. That's the main principle for the footwork. And what we're going to do is we're going to explore a little bit deeper into that, okay? And if you're having a little bit of trouble with this material that I'm about to show, you know, not to worry because it's fairly complex. I'll do my best to try to break it down and make it simple as possible. So just bear with me, be patient, and just follow step by step, and hopefully it'll start to click. And if not, there's plenty of other material, so don't worry about it, right? If you're finding this material to be a little bit too easy, then I recommend go with double sticks and do combos, because in this video we're basically going to do 2 strikes and that's it. It's just going to be this downwards diagonal this way, downwards diagonal that way. So number 1 and number 2. Those are the only 2 strikes we're going to work on to keep things simplified. The other thing you're going to need is some kind of marker, okay? I have this lid for a container. It doesn't have to be this large. It could be a rock, it could be a coin, you know, just a marker for you to place on the ground. So I'm going to place it right here, right in the middle, right there. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get into my fighting stance. And the fighting stance is, you know, one side to the front, other side to the back. The weapon side is usually to the front. So in this case, the weapon is in my right hand. So I'm going to start off with my right hand in the front, which also means my right leg is on the front. My left hand is to the back, and my left leg is also to the back. So using the marker right here, I'm going to go ahead and place my left foot right behind the marker. So my big toe is right behind the marker right here, and my right side is to the front, right? So I'm naturally in this 45-degree angle to the front right here, this diagonally forwards, okay? So the principle here, the main formula is that what's going to happen is the outside leg, right now my right side, we'll call it to the outside, and my left leg right now, which is right behind the lid, right? I'll call this the inside leg. So if your foot is right behind the lid, that foot is on the inside. And any foot that's away from it, that's the outside foot. Okay, so right now, left foot is on the inside, right foot is on the outside. And what we're going to do, right, is the main principle is anytime the outside foot is going to come in and replace the inside foot. And when it does that, the inside foot now becomes the outside foot. All right, so it just swaps. It switches positions, okay? So that's all you really need to know. That's the main principle here, the main formula. So from right here, from this fighting stance, let me just do it real quick to demonstrate. So I'm just going to go boom, 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 okay? So what I'm doing here is my right leg, right, which is on the outside, comes right here. This is now right behind. Both feet right now are behind the lid, okay? And that kind of like, I'm going to use that momentum to force my left foot out. So my left foot now, which was on the inside, is now going to go to the outside. So I'm going to go here, okay? So I go to the 45-degree angle to the front on the left side, okay? So now I bring it back, and now the left foot is back to the inside, forces the right foot out. So I'm covering 2 of the most commonly taught angles in Filipino martial arts is this 45-degree angle forwards, this way and this way. This is the 2 very, very commonly taught positions right here, okay? So I'm covering those 2 right now. So right now, right foot is on the outside. Once it comes to the inside, left leg becomes the outside, okay? And boom, it switches. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do this with the strikes. So from here, from this position right here, the right foot goes to the inside, excuse me, and the left foot is going to go to the outside. As it goes to the outside, there's my strike. Okay, there's my number 1 angle strike. Now, when the left foot goes back, boom, there's my strike as the right foot goes out. So one more time. Okay, let me just demonstrate it first. So it goes 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, Let me do it slow now. As the right leg comes to the inside and the left leg is forced to that 45-degree angle, as it gets forced, that's my strike, okay? And now, as my left leg comes to the inside, the right leg is forced out, and as the right leg goes out, there's my strike right there, okay? So it's my foot slides, and as my left leg goes out, boom, there's my strike. My foot slides, and as my right leg goes out, bam, there's the strike. Okay, so 1, 2, 1 and 2. Okay, now let's move on to the next footwork. Is from here, my right leg, which is on the outside, goes right behind the lid, and that forces the left leg out on this 45-degree angle here. But instead of going there, I'm just going to go to the side. Okay, so now I'm in the middle ground. I'm going to stay in this middle ground because my left leg comes to the inside, and that forces my right leg sideways once again. So I'm staying here in the middle, not in the front. I'm not going to a 45-degree angle. I'm just right here. So the right leg comes to the inside, left leg goes to the outside, and I'm just moving sideways. Boom. So make it a little bit speedier. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's add the strikes. As the right leg comes here, strike. Strike as the left leg goes out. All right, so my left leg is going to go right here to the middle, on the inside right here, and then as my right leg goes out, that's when I strike. Okay, right leg comes to the inside, as my left leg goes out, boom. So you're always striking on the out, if that makes sense. Boom, 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 right here, okay? So let's go back. As you can see, you can easily change it back to the 45-degree forwards angle. So from here, you know, I can go boom, this is the front, 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 and now I'm going to switch it to the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. And as you can imagine from here, the right leg is going to go back to the inside, and I could go diagonally back. All right, so now I could work the two diagonal back positions. So from here, my left leg goes to the inside, and now my right leg goes over here diagonally backwards. Okay, my right leg goes back to the inside, left leg goes diagonally backwards. So boom, now I'm working more defensive position, right? So from here to here to here to here and back. And now we're going to add the strikes. So we're going to add a defensive strike as we do that exact same footwork. So as the right leg comes to where the lid is on the inside, and as the left leg goes out, remember you're striking on the out. So as that happens, there's my strike. As my right leg's coming back out here, there's my strike. So 1, 2, 1 and 2. Okay. The main thing to realize about the footwork that I just showed you is what we're doing here is we're trying to minimize this position right here. So right here, I'm in a diagonal backwards position. Okay, from this position right here, when my right leg goes to the inside, both of my feet now are together right here. I'm like this. Both of my feet are right here. We're trying to minimize this position. So if you watch at normal speed, boom, it only happens for a split second. Boom, you see, I'm only there for a split second. I'm trying to minimize that position because this position doesn't have as good of a base as being here, here, or here. You see what I'm saying? So we're trying to minimize this. The other thing is from here, or even on the other side, we could do the reverse, but from here, when I bring my left leg to the inside, my right leg goes to the other direction. So I could be here, I could be here, or I could be back over here, right? Well, what we haven't done is my right leg doesn't go over here, and it doesn't go over here, and it doesn't go over here because it's twisting my leg, All right. I'm not saying that legs twisted position is incorrect, because there are some styles like silat and some kung fu styles that actually practice that. All I'm saying is that in the Filipino martial arts, it's not commonly taught. I wouldn't doubt it if later on more advanced guys actually utilize it. I can imagine it could be useful for spitting type attacks and stuff to lure your enemy. So, there's pros and cons to everything, but at least for the beginning, they don't teach, and I've never learned it in my training. So this leg crossing over, where your legs are twisted like that, we don't normally do that. So at least for right now, you can avoid that in the footwork pattern. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Have fun practicing. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.